Hi, my name is Ian Bissonette, and this is the video presentation for my Computer Science 101 final project, where the innovation I was given were search trends. And the first thing I'm going to do is go on a cPanel, File Manager, and go through all the HTML kind of stuff I did. Obviously, I had to add all the pages for the purpose, effects, tech, relationship to data, and references on this. I also had to add all the photos and my GIF, background, banner, and then just the photos I use for each section. So first I'll go through the first page I edited, which is index.html, and go through some of the coding I did. First I added the doc type, which is doc type HTML right here, and then added all these basic codes rather, to give my website basically its main body. This is the character set, UTF-8, and then these are metadata, keywords, description, author. This is used for search engines like Google, and this kind of stuff will show up on Google, and it also includes my name using the maiden name and content tags. This style tag indicates CSS, as well as this little curved bracket right here. So all this does is insert my background image, which was uploaded to File Manager first and was made in Pixlr in class, which is this image right here, the graph. And that's the background image of my cover page. The title heading includes my title, Significance of Search Trends. And then here I link this page, just like I did in all these other pages. I did all these tags on each page. This link references the style.css I did. So this is the style for all the pages. I'll go through that in a second. And the header, this is where I include the div for content, which is hashtag content. This includes the content box, which is this white box you see around the text and the photos in the header. Width of 800, background color tag white, margin tag of 10 pixels, and then a padding tag of 50 pixels. Next, the script is the JavaScript I use to get the date, which can be seen here on my cover page. Headline 1 of search trends with the CSS, giving a background color of dark blue, text color of light gray, and it aligns the text center, which is this right here, search trends in gray, centered, and with the blue headline background. From there, I put an H2 to write my name, which is again on CSS. All I did was align the text in the center with this tag. And then I inserted the GIF I made in class with the IMG search, and the class equals displayed is another CSS property right here. It basically just centers an image, or in this case the GIF, on the page through CSS. An H3 setting of abstract has another tag of text align center, and using the P tag, which is closed here, I inserted the first text on my website and added some bold text, as well as some italics, which can't be seen in HTML but can be seen here. Bold, italics, more bold. And then after I closed that paragraph, I started on the table of contents, which is this right here. Headline of 2, and then an ordered line, and then these are hyperlinks to each page. So this is a hyperlink to purpose, hyperlink to impacts, hyperlinks to tech, hyperlink to data, and a hyperlink to references with these tags. And then I end the ordered list. I end the div, which was the white content box, and the body, and end the HTML, which closes the page. So this is my home page. Here's the table of contents with correct links, good label there, and my GIF I made on Pixlr. So I'll just look at the purpose page really quick on File Manager as well. And there's not much different about this. The only difference would be that I added more images. Here I added my banner with the correct tags. The div is right here for content. A different title, obviously. Some more metadata. And the purpose of these pages is to address the questions on the final project paper or on Sakai, the questions. And I answered them with photos and relevant information I thought to the project. And then at the bottom is the footer, which are these buttons seen here at the bottom of the page. Normally be previous, home, next section, but there's no previous page here. So this one only has that. But there's a hyperlink to the home page and a hyperlink to impacts. And you can see on CSS, the footer has a background color of dark blue, some padding, and is aligned to the center. And then the hover gets the effect from this one right here as a background color. And then the buttons itself get their properties from this tag on CSS: padding, background color, no text decoration, text color of white, and then a one pixel solid border. Next, I'm going to go through each page and talk a little bit about the questions that were on the final project outline. So A is indicate the name of your innovation and provide a clear description of its intended purpose. Well, mine is search trends. And the purpose of search trends are to provide users with the most search for topics or the trends in specific time periods and locations present right now or any time in the past. Google Trends dates back to 2004. And it also gives website owners a few different advantages, which I'll talk about in the next sections. Effects and impacts. B, explain a benefit and or harmful effect. I said there are a number of benefits provided by search trends because our world today is basically run by technology, and it's useful to see which topics and stories are the most searched for and visited on the internet. And websites can use them, businesses can use them, and social media companies use them too, like Twitter, who has a very popular trending section. I said a negative effect, which is this section, was that trend data can sometimes be inaccurate, skewed, incorrect, and if people rely on that data for websites and businesses, then it can kind of cost them in the long run. But during my research, I found that this was rare because major websites who have host search trends seem to update their pages many times. C, explain the impact that the innovation has had in society, economy, and or culture. I said that a social or cultural social cultural impact could be for individuals who rely on the internet to find their new stories. So they can go to the Google Trends page and basically with a click of their mouse see the top trending stories. And then they can click on these trends to find some relevant data and articles about these stories. They're also impactful for businesses. Like I said earlier, their businesses or website owners can use Google Trends and see statistics that will benefit their website if they're selling products. I have a YouTube video embedded here on how to track popular search trends related to your small business, which is where I got a lot of this information from. And then this photo right here is a screenshot of baseball popularity, the term baseball's popularity in 2015 in Rhode Island. And I give an example of a sporting goods store trying to sell baseball equipment in the state of Rhode Island and how they can use this graph. If you look close right here, you can see it spikes up from early February to early April. So that's the time that he would want to increase his advertisement, headline baseball equipment to increase sales. D is indicate one field other than computer science, which this innovation has impacted or has a potential impact. And I chose my major, which is criminal justice. And I thought this was an interesting one because police or law enforcement could use search trends like on Google or even Twitter to see if there are locations in their jurisdictions or towns where there are high volumes of searches for illegal things like drugs or gambling. And then they can try to locate and narrow down the location where these searches are coming from and Intune kind of put 2 and 2 together and determined that there could be a high number of illegal activity going on in location. So while on patrol, they can address those locations and use search trends to their advantage. Technical aspects. Describe how a user interacts with innovation. Again, I went to Google Trends, and I said the user can interact in a number of ways. The homepage itself on Google Trends is very useful. It gives 3 featured stories daily, and then scrolling right down below that shows all the trending topics for the default category and section, which is all categories and the United States. And then clicking on topic leads to articles and data about the trend. On the upper right, you can choose the category and location. For example, this photo to the right here is category sports, location is Canada, so you can customize those options. And then using the search bar to explore topics, you can search for anything you want and narrow down the month or year, basically any time period or location, to find exact data which businesses would use in selling their things. And also there's a nice menu on the upper left which gives users more interaction with the website through an Explore tab, Trending Searches tab, Trending on YouTube tab, and Top Charts tab. F is describe in detail how the innovations technology incorporates at least one of the big ideas of abstraction, algorithms, programming, and or the internet to accomplish its purpose. And I said search trends first applied abstraction to the website, or Google Trends specifically, because abstraction helps simplify all the different kinds of data on the website and kind of keeps the data that's being viewed on the site relevant and uncomplicated to users, because it hides that irrelevant data the average user doesn't really worry about. And trend data by most websites, but again, I cited Google Trends, is established by their own algorithm and the programming specific of the website. And that determines data values, which in turn on Google give them a number of 0 to 100, least popular, most popular, per location. And this chart right here is just an example of that. It's a Google search of different animals and their number generated, which is the popularity on a specific date. So on this date, penguins had the most popular on Google, pandas are second most popular, and hummingbirds were last of the 3. Relationship to data. G. Describe how the innovation consumes data, produces data, and or transforms data. Well, I said search trends do all 3 of these. The websites that produce search trends consume data from their own websites. For example, Google will consume data through what's put in their search engine, and then they transform that data into the terms of popularity. And then the numbers produced reflect that and show how popular each term is relative to a location and time period with the algorithm. And here I talk more about Twitter, which is similar to Google, but one thing interesting about Twitter was the fact that they have tailored trends based on who you follow on the website and where you are on location. So I took a screenshot right here of trending topics on my Twitter, and these are mostly sports related, which is relevant to me because I mostly follow sports accounts on Twitter. So that's very useful from a social media standpoint. H is describe at least one data storage concern, privacy concern, or security concern related to innovation. And overall, I said there weren't many, but the main one I saw was the incorrect or inaccurate data displayed in trends. Google actually shows a disclaimer that states data may contain inaccuracies for a number of reasons, including data sampling issues and a variety of approximations that are used to complete results. So if that Google data is wrong and someone relies heavily on their website for that, that could be very costly. And last of references I used, I would say I just use the Google Trends homepage the most. It can be seen here. All the things I described, these featured stories. Trending now in the United States. Customization options here. And free reign to search whatever you want there. And then the toolbar menu to the upper left with the different subparts of the site. Thanks for viewing my video. Hope you enjoyed my project. And you can go to my website, which the link is right here, for more information about search trends.